I have other cases also. I have two other cases with this one. With this one, it's a lot on my plate, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have I have my rent going on.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Williams, go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're here on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and we have a partial agreement, Your Honor. At this time, I'll read those agreements into the record. Parties agree that there has been no family violence between the two of them in the past 2 years. Neither party is requesting a non-disclosure. Parties agree that a dependent parent-child relationship will be established via acknowledgement of paternity for dependent child Mariah Nicole Hymes, born October 31st, 2014. Parties agree that the father has no other minor children. Parties agree on a standard possession order. Parties agree on a joint managing conservatorship. Parties agree to a geographic restriction, and parties agree to bill. The contested issues are medical support, current support, and retro support. At this time, I will call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your full name for the record?
Miranda Marie Ruiz.
Thank you, ma'am. And can you state the names and ages of the children we're here for today?
Mariah Nicole Hymes, and she's 10 years old.
Thank you, ma'am. Did you hear the agreements I previously the record?
Yes.
Are those still your agreement?
Yes.
Do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll now move on to the contested issues. Using information provided by the father regarding his wages, we calculated that he makes $100 per day at 5 days a week. That's a gross monthly amount of $2,166.67 and a net amount of $1,475.41. Using that information, we calculated that medical support, child support, and retroactive amounts. Currently, how are the children covered under health insurance?
Medicaid.
Thank you, ma'am. Using the information I mentioned previously regarding the wages, we calculated medical support $65 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Agree.
Was that 65?
$65, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
And using the information we for the wages I mentioned previously, we calculated current child support in the amount of $369 beginning April 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that?
Agree.
Thank you, ma'am. And for the full retro period, we calculated 48 months. We gave a credit to the father for $5,600, and that left the retro amount of $12,112, and the state is asking for that to be paid off at $111 per month until paid in full. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Agree.
Thank you, ma'am. No further questions for that witness at this time, Your Honor. I'd like to pass that witness and call the father. Mr. Hymes, can you state your full name for the record?
It sounds Hymes.
Thank you, sir. Did you hear the agreements I previously read out?
Yes, I did.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes.
Would you like me to?
Are those still who agreements?
Mr. Hyman?
Are those still who agreements?
The agreement that that there's been no family violence between you and the mother, that neither party is requesting a non-disclosure, that a dependent parent-child relationship will be established today via an acknowledgement of paternity for the child Mariah Nicole Hymes, October 31st. You have two other minor children. You're asking for a standard possession order, joint managed conservatorship, a geographic restriction, and court costs as billed. Are those still your agreements?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
To accept those agreements, sir?
Excuse me?
Are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Now I want to talk about the contested issues or the issues you do disagree with. Using the information provided by yourself for your wages, we calculated, as I mentioned previously, a gross monthly income of $2,166.67 and a net of $1,475.41. Using that information, the state calculated that medical support should be paid at $65 while giving you credit for your two additional children beginning April 1st, 2025. Would you agree or disagree with medical support being at $65 a month?
I agree. I agree.
Thank you, sir. And using the information, we calculated child support while giving you credit again for your two additional minor children that you currently pay support for. We calculated that child support should be $369 beginning April 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that?
That's $87 a weekly, $369 a month. plus the 65 for medical and 111 for the retro, and we added up to be 545 monthly, right?
Objection, non-responsive.
Sustained. We just need you to answer just the question he's asking. We're just asking about child support.
I agree.
Thank you, sir. And the retro period that we calculated was for the full 48 months. Giving you credit for 5,600 that you provided so far, we left the retro amount of $12,112, and that amount will be payable at $111 per month until paid in full. Would you agree or disagree with that retro amount, sir?
I agree.
You agree to the retro as well?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. No further questions from this witness. Your Honor, state passes this witness as well.
Okay, so you agreed to everything, Mr. Hymes?
I agree with everything. I was just trying to, Your Honor, I was just trying to see maybe we could knock down that 545 monthly to a low, to like a little bit lower expense. I mean, like I said, I'm here full support for the children, for the kid. 545 monthly, man, at my expense right now, man, it's a lot. It's a lot, Your Honor, to be honest. This not my first time in front of you. It's not my first time, and we came, we seen each other a couple times. I have other cases also. I have two other cases with this one. It's a lot on my plate, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have I have my rent going on. I pay month. It's nothing.
Mr. Hymes, let me cut you off there because, I mean, everybody's got rent and everybody's got
Yeah.
bills. So that's not, Mr. Ruiz has bills too. So that really doesn't change anything. I mean, the medical support sounds pretty reasonable at $65.
Uh-huh.
The child support sounds pretty reasonable unless you disagree with what you told them earlier. I think you told them, I guess,
I told him I disagree.
that it was $100 a day is what you get paid when you work. Is that about what you get paid?
Yes.
Okay. So they calculated that right. It looks like it probably would have been maybe $500 or so if this was your only kid instead of you having two other kids. So that's already low. And then the retroactive judgment is a difference in what they say you should have paid versus what you did pay. So I guess they took $5,600 off. So if I add that back, they say you should have paid somewhere around $18,000, and you paid $5,600. And so that leaves us with a balance of 12,000 if that's what we're doing. Do you have any opposition to that?
Nah, I'm alright with that.
Okay. You didn't pay more than $5,600, correct?
No.
Okay. And so, I mean, I have to do a payment on the balance. I mean, I can lower it a couple bucks, but it's not going to make a big difference. 12,000 will eventually accrue interest of around maybe $62 a month or so. So just to break even, you got to pay $62 on the retroactive, which means that if you only pay $62, 10 years from now, you're still going to owe $12,000.
I
So
understand.
that's why they want to set it at a higher payment. And that's why Mr. Williams is asking for it to be paid at 111. I can maybe set it at like 80 or 90, but as I said, it doesn't pay very much on the amount, and you're going to owe more. And then you'll wind up paying more overall because interest will accrue on it for a longer period of time too. So if you
So,
want me to lower the 111, I can lower it to maybe 80 or 90, but I can't really lower it beyond that. Okay. Do you understand that?
so yeah, I understand what you're saying, Your Honor. So at the same time, Your Honor, if you're to lower down to 80, $90, as you just said,
Which one
interest
do you
will
want me
go
to
up.
do? Which
Interest
one
will
do you want
go
me
up.
to do?
No, I'm asking. Interest will go up.
Interest won't go up, but on $12,000, your interest is $60 a month. Okay. So if
Uh-huh.
you only pay $60, you're just breaking even every month. So then when you pay your 60 cent, the next dollar you pay after $60 gets subtracted from this $12,000. So if you pay $80, you're only paying like $20 off of the 12,000. So that's where I'm saying it takes longer to pay it off. Now, obviously, if you could pay $500 on that, that would be great, and you pay it off fast. But that's probably not feasible, of course. So we usually do like 10% of what you owe, which is why the state asked for 111, which is a little bit less than 10% of what you owe. But if you need a short temporary break here, you can pay 80, 90 or something like that. I need you to decide whichever one you want. I'll go with either one. That's not a problem for me. I just want you to understand the repercussions are that you'll pay more interest over time. Um, and so it really, if you do such a low payment, what you really need to do is make additional payments when you're able. So like if you get overtime or you work 6 days a week, 1 week, you can send in more money to pay on the arrears, things like that. That'll pay off your balance, but just paying 80 or 90 won't really help too much, but at least it'll be a little bit lower and a little bit more money in your pocket. Okay, so do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. 111 fine.
Okay, so what number do you want me to set the payment at?
But I mean, we already have it at 111, Your Honor.
Okay, just leave it at 111.
Yeah, I don't wanna, you know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to make sure you understand because I know you weren't agreed with some of this, but there's really not a lot of wiggle room here to do anything different. So that's where we are. Okay, so we're confirming the agreement y'all made. Medical support is $65, child support is $369. We're getting a judgment of $12,112 for back child support, payable at $111 a month. Court costs as billed. The Attorney General's office will put that all in the court order and email y'all a copy. Make sure all payments are paid through the child support office. So if you're getting paid cash, you need to send in your payments to the child support office so they keep track of payments, so that we don't have any misses in payments and we don't have to come back to court unnecessarily because they don't have any record. All right, then that'll wrap up your case. They will email you a copy. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
The state has calculated that you owe a total of $14,688.33 and requesting that you pay that back at $123 per month until that is paid off. Are you in agreement with that amount, sir?
No, sir.
And why are you not in agreement with this amount, sir?
Because I don't make that amount of money right now. I don't make that amount of money and have 8 other cases in rearages. So that's the reason I was telling the other judge, Mrs. Angela, that now I just make like $400 or $500 a month because of my knee. I had to sit down a year. So him
And
saying I
sir,
have to sit
again,
down.
just to confirm, sir, just again, has there been any order that has changed the amount that you're supposed to pay each month for your child support and medical support?
No, sir.
Have you initiated a case to change that amount, sir?
Say it again.
Have you initiated a case to change the amount that you pay per month?
Yes.
And what's that case number, sir?
I don't have it at this time. I don't have it.
All right, no
Uh,
further
but-
question for this party owner.
Right.